Hey y'all, it's Miss Crow here. I'm just going to make this video to show you how students, so this is for students and parents, how students should be writing expository compositions. Keyword expository. Um, this week we are going into a different type of writing, but I just want you to have this for reference in case we go back to expository again. Um, so, one of the first things that I have students do is box keywords of the prompt. The prompt is the most important piece. This is the type of writing they're doing on STAR, so it's important that they write to the prompt. So they're going to look here where it says write. Write about one thing you would choose to do if you won the lottery. Explain why you would make that choice. So first thing they're going to do is create a central idea. Sorry, this looks a little crazy. I'm on my computer. You are going to create a central idea. Okay, so I always do CI for central idea, and it's important that they use some of these keywords from the prompt to create their central idea. So a good central idea would be one thing, and this is going to be wacky. I choose to do, I'm going to put I'd choose to do, and I'm going to put dot, dot, dot. You get the hint. One thing I'd choose to do if I won the lottery would be to donate to charity. Okay, it says write about one thing, so that's what they're going to write about. They might have some brainstorming with ideas down here, whatever they want to do, so charity. So the other part of the prompt says explain why you would make that choice. Maybe because people have needs, and for children. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to give you an example. So then they go to this graphic organizer over here. I always have them create 4 squares. This first square is an introduction. This is where they have a hook, and they should be using dialogue or onomatopoeia, anything like that, to help them with their hook. And then they move the central idea that they created right here, right there. Okay, and then this one is their body paragraph number 1. This is their body paragraph number 2. And then this is going to be their conclusion. In their conclusion, they're to restate the central idea in a different way. And then they're going to they need to make sure to insert a quote or a truism. They know what a truism is. It's the same thing as a quote pretty much. So one thing in the body paragraphs, first of all, I have some students do 1 body paragraph, so they would exit this out. I have some students do 2. Your student knows whether they do 1 or 2 body paragraphs, so make sure they should know who they are. So in the body paragraph, it's important that these details, why they want the lottery, should be in these body paragraphs. So this is because, so one reason I would want one thing I would choose to do if I won the lottery is to donate to charity, because people have needs. I would put that there. I would give an example. I would explain the example. This is where we want students to develop their ideas. I don't want 1 sentence for that paragraph. I want like 3 to 5, preferably like 4 or 5 sentences, where they introduce this reason, they give me an example, they explain their example, and then they close up their paragraph, they move on to the next one. Or if you're one of the students that only does 1 body paragraph, you just do your intro, body paragraph 1, conclusion. Okay? So that pretty much sums it up. From this, they go on to revising and editing. Let me see. So from here, they go on to revising and editing. So within these 4 squares, they'll revise. That means they're reading through it and they're using the acronym ARMS. Is there anything they need to add? Is there anything they need to remove that doesn't belong? Is there anything they need to move around to make more sense to help it flow better? Or is there anything that they need to substitute? Dead words, stuff like that. And then they would move on after they revise. They're going to read through and edit. So they're going to read through at least four times. One time they're checking, you're using the acronym CUPS. They're checking for capitalization, uh, usage, which is subject verb agreement, um, punctuation, and then spelling. Okay, so this is the gist of what they do when they're writing expository. I'm going to come up with another video explaining the writing that we're doing this week. I hope you enjoy. Happy writing.